clips where Nancy Pelosi, if you know what you're listening to, promotes Ford Foundation liberation theology, calling the illegals pouring across little baby Jesus. I thought she was Ricky Bobby for a minute from Talladega Nights. And then continuing from Adon Salazar's article, former border agent, government using immigrant children for asymmetrical warfare. And that's what this is. We're going to play part of that interview that's up on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com here in a moment. First off, you've heard the rave reviews from listeners about the different products. We've only got 5 of them out in the last year plus because we take our time rolling these out. 2 new products come out next week and the week after. But Survival Shield X2 is a quantum leap from the quantum leap in iodine supplements that the first Survival Shield that's weaker and is seaweed-based. It's a quantum leap from that. It's still excellent. It's great for kids because it's not as strong, very palatable, in an organic palm oil base. All the others, and I mean, we've had major companies try to call up household names and try to buy us out of this because of the contracts we have. It's happened 3 times now because they've tested it, they've gotten it, they've seen it, and we've got contracts. It's patented with the company we use. It's ours. Look, I just dripped some on this video list page I've got here, and it just turned electric purple. If we can document cam that for the TV viewers. So I was about to put some in water and drink it. Electric purple. All other iodine turns red or black. And this is red color. But look up pure iodine. It's purple, folks. This is the purest iodine there is. X2. Purest. 99.999, ladies and gentlemen. Survival Shield X2. And again, I took the original nascent iodine and had a detoxing effect in a month. So consult with your physician before you take any of this. And I would start with the original Survival Shield that's been out about a year. I would start with that first. 7,000 to 12,000 feet, tens of millions of years old, totally pure. I would personally start, check with your physician, with the regular Survival Shield first. And every person's different, and then move on to the Survival Shield X2. I already took some this morning. I'm taking my second dose now. See, it's red, turns yellow in the water, turns purple on paper. Electric purple. Take my Super Male Vitality and then put in the secret sauce that isn't out yet. Everybody's wondering about what it is. It may be months till this is out. Look at that right there. If you're a TV viewer, you can see this. No food coloring in that, ladies and gentlemen. That is natural. We'll tell you what that is coming up. What the secret sauce is. Can I have a napkin? I'm spilling this all over me. Oh, that matters. I can just put it in my hair. It's a new, also, hair care product. The point is this is also funding our operation. And you've heard the rave reviews out there from all of the listeners about what the super male, the super female vitality's been doing, what the lung cleanse has been doing, what the fluoride shield has been doing. We have fluoride shield, chelator, that cuts out not just fluoride, but a bunch of other stuff. 25% off right now when you get the original Survival Shield with it. They're both 25% off right now. The biggest discount ever on the InfoWars Life products. So again, InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. Now, in closing, we're going to end the special in about 6-7 days, the July special where you get a month for $5.95 and 11 people can use the same username and passcode. Everyone will be able to continue to use the same username and passcode. It's just that we're not going to offer the 5.3 months free when you sign up for a year. You can sign up for a year and get over 5 months free off the regular price and see the nightly news, my films, and so much more. And literally fund the very tip of the spear in the information war. So that's Infowars.com/show to find the free video feeds to the daytime show, but to see the nightly news, my films, all the other great documentaries, live events, and so much more. prisonplanet.tv. And also in the month of July, all of the Made in America, Made in 1776 golf shirts that I'm wearing right now, and Molon Labe belt buckles, and all the rest of the great Made in America products, they are massively off, as much as 40% off on some of the items. The lowest discount is 25% off right now at madein1776.com, where you can find it all. The 1776 ball caps, the Come and Take It shirts, the Molon Labe, the Join or Die shirts. I think that's the best looking shirt there for T-shirts is the Join or Die. The most popular is what I designed, the Molon Labe. It's all available right now at InfoWarsStore.com or madein1776.com. And again, it is your purchases that make this entire independent operation promoting the survival of this country possible. So I want to salute and thank all of you that have supported us by purchasing fine products or by just spreading the word about the show. That's the most important thing you can do, and support our local AM and FM affiliates. Become a local sponsor on local stations, or buy products from those local sponsors and let them know why you're visiting their carpet place or their tile place or their restaurant or their car dealership, or why you're visiting their hotel, because they're sponsoring this show or the stations that carry this broadcast. That is so incredibly essential to step up now. In fact, people have been doing it. That's why we're going from being weekend show to nighttime show to almost every station that carries us at all ends up carrying us primetime live, because they get ratings and they get money, because you are taking action. So I want to salute all of you out there. Keep it up and tell people every day how they can tune in. That is the most important thing you can do. Word of mouth. And word of mouth is not just spreading about this broadcast, but about the Border Patrol that's telling the truth, and about all the good people inside the government that are blowing the whistle. You know, when the former head of the Border Patrol blew the whistle and said they've ordered the borders totally open 4 months ago, no one covered it but DrudgeReport.com, Infowars.com, Breitbart.com, and WorldNetDaily.com. And Drudge links to us and carries our stories. Those other sites really don't. But I don't care, because it isn't about Infowars.com. It's about surviving and hanging together, or hanging separately, as Benjamin Franklin said. This is for real. They are going to vote to take the guns. They're training the paramilitary police for it. They are changing the culture into tyranny. The globalists are moving on every front. Okay? So we admit how much trouble we're in, or we lose everything. I'm going to say that again. We admit how much trouble we're in and forget our little differences and come together under basic sovereignty, basic private property, basic right to self-defense, basic state sovereignty, basic family sovereignty, basic church sovereignty. It's illegal to have the feds paying money to clergy response teams and turning them into federal mouthpieces. It's going on everywhere. It's illegal to have the NSA spying on everybody without warrants, but they're doing it. This is the collapse of checks and balances. So I want to play a couple clips here. First is this amazing interview up on Infowars.com. Former border agent, government using immigrant children for asymmetrical warfare. In other words, the government is assisting in the downfall of America, close quote. By leaving strategic areas along the southwest U.S. border unprotected, and by using children as the face of the illegal immigrant surge, so it's not just kids, to elicit public sympathy, the federal government is engaging in a sophisticated military tactic known as asymmetrical warfare against the American people. A former U.S. Border Patrol agent is warning. Yeah, he's the former deputy head. That's right, he's the current head of the former Border Patrol Agents Union. Zach Taylor. And I want to get him on the show, by the way. I want to get all those guys on. So let's go ahead and go to this clip. And folks, this isn't rhetoric, okay? This is what's going on. I've studied asymmetrical warfare. I've studied propaganda. Do you understand that? And I use the truth because it's the ultimate weapon against it. But the only thing I disagree with what Zach Taylor said is he's 95% there. It isn't a federal government. There have been cases You can look them up. Saw a documentary about it years ago on, I think it was History Channel. But everybody's heard about this, where in the old days in the 70s with all the hijackings that were real, the hijackers would get into the captain's uniform because it was psychological. It projected authority. And the commander-in-chief has the helicopters and the White House and all of it. It's not the president, folks. And the people in government doing this are usurpers. Just like collaborating French that work with the Nazis. It was French that ran the government, folks, for the Nazis. They weren't French anymore. They were collaborators. Those aren't words. That's not rhetoric. That's what it is. So when he says the federal government's engaged in asymmetrical warfare, no, the criminal bureaucracy, the Ford Foundation, that openly promotes open borders, globalism, all these generals promoting open borders, North American Union, they are the ones killing the country. They are not